What's up, tubers? T.O. here, Simplistic Fishing, coming back at you tonight to do a new lake breakdown. So I don't know if you know, but we are almost complete in Texas. We've probably got 5 or 6 lakes left, and that's it. We've broken down everything else, which is crazy to think, but that's what happens when you've been doing it for 2 or 3 years. So it's time to move on a little bit, kind of spread our wings. We're going to go break down some more lakes in Tennessee, see what else we can find out there. We've got about 10 lakes broken down in Tennessee so far, but we've only been able to do the videos on Chickamauga. So tonight we're going to start a new series for Lake Nickajack. Let's go check it out and see what we found. All right, well, let's go ahead and jump in here to Lake Nickajack and see what all we have uncovered from the Google Earth side. Now, this one was a little bit different because the water fluctuation wasn't a ton, so we weren't able to uncover a bunch of stuff from the satellite imagery, but we were still able to get quite a few things for you and be able to hit that bank line area when you need to. We've also got tons of offshore stuff out here for Lake Nickajack too that we're going to talk about. But let's go ahead and just first off, let's just show you the quick breakdown on the left-hand side before we jump into this lake breakdown. So on the left-hand side, we've got channels. So on the channels and the ditches, wherever we could find channels and ditches, we actually created a track. So like right here, you can see there's a big ditch that goes through here, and we've marked the track. We've marked these little ditches that are in here, another ditch back in there, and you'll see them throughout the map. There's a few here. I don't know if there's too many down here on that south end, maybe like right here. I guess we could say the east side, but there's one right there. So just a few here and there, but we've got them all marked for you. And the beauty of those is it allows you to really set up your boat and get set up on those tracks, or basically those ditches or whatever they are, drains or channels, whatever it is that we've marked there, but allows you to set up on them perfectly so that you can make the right casts and things like that. So definitely a beautiful thing, especially when you put them into your graphs. We've also got cover, so that's going to be things as such as man-made structure, those tie-offs and stuff like that, the laydowns. There's some brush that we found as well. There wasn't a ton of stuff that really we found on Nickajack. Now we found a lot of grassy areas, so we're gonna mark all those for you as well. We'll talk about those here in a minute. But this is the different type of cover that we found. And then as far as the grassy areas, there's a ton of it, a ton of grass in Nickajack. And so what we've done is we've marked the grassy areas for you to make it really easy. And we'll talk about that too when we go through the breakdown. And then we've got the offshore hotspots. Now these are a little bit trickier. When you double click them, you actually have to double click them to get them to show up. And now I've just lost my whole map here as we're talking. Now I'm way out here in La La Land, out here in space. But let me zoom back in here and I will show you these offshore spots. I don't know why it keeps kicking me back. Google Earth does some funky things sometimes. Oh, that's why, because we got some offshore spot over here that doesn't belong there. All right, let's try this again. Bam, there we go. Now we're fixed. We're gonna zoom in here and you can see all the different offshore spots. Now, all these offshore spots, of course, they don't look like much right here, right? You're looking at them from Google Earth, and you're like, that doesn't make any sense. How do you know those are offshore? Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna switch over after we do the Google Earth breakdown, and we're gonna break it down with the Navionics mobile app. And what we'll do there is we'll look for high percentage areas like ledges, points, big long flats, all that kind of stuff, and we'll mark it for you. We'll mark it as offshore, and then that way when you're out there fishing and you want to really be able to hone in real quickly on where your good offshore parts stuff is, you'll see it right there on your graph, set it on top of your contour. So really good stuff there. We've also got all the ramps marked on this lake. There's not a ton of them, but we've got them marked. Now on most lakes, this is kind of more of a river system, so I don't know how well it would do on this river system, but in the lakes here in Texas where I fish a lot, these boat ramps can really come into play, especially in the springtime. I don't know if they will on Lake Nickajack. This is totally different type of fishing, but definitely something that you could take advantage of. Try fishing those boat ramps, or at least knowing where they are could definitely help. And you could also have some current breaks around those ramps too, depending on where they're situated. We've also got a lot of different rock on Nickajack. I wouldn't say a lot. The sparse areas where you can find rock, you guys know the bass are related to the rock. So we've got all of that marked for you. And then finally, last but not least, we have all of the TVA fish attractors that they've put out there in Nickajack as well, which is pretty cool stuff. So let's go ahead and select everything. And I'm gonna take off the, actually let's do the grass first. Let's talk about the grass first, and then we're gonna come back and do everything else. So I want to talk about these grass areas first because there's a lot of these waypoints that are out there, and we can't really show you, the other stuff we're going to try to pull the water down. In this area, in this one, we're actually going to try and go out and find the summertime when the grass was the highest. So I'm going to go up here to the history bar, and I'm just going to move this back until we can see the grass areas. So now you can see in 2020, we've got quite a few grass areas on this lake. So let's start here, and we're just going to work our way up here, and then we'll work our way back down. I won't spend a ton of time on this, but just want to kind of show you guys. So you can see all the different grass areas in here, nice little grassy points and everything. This side's just loaded with grass. You can see it all through here. And then the other thing you have on this lake too is you have this grass that's out here in the middle. So you can get way offshore and still have some grassy areas to fish. Of course, you've got, these little pinch points. You definitely want to fish those little pinch points. Anywhere you can find a little rock in there, stuff like that, you want to fish those as well. You can see all this grass area right in here. Lots and lots of grass. Gray's Bluff doesn't have any grass in the front of it, obviously, but definitely has some over to the left. You got some more really grassy areas in here as well, all up in here, even out in here. You could even get out in here. Now, we didn't mark these out here, but because those, pretty much if I mark those, they're going to be over here one year and over here the next year. But these are all little consistent areas right in here. You can see we've just got a ton of different grassy areas all the way up. So as you're going and you want it, maybe you're just wanting to fish grass, you're definitely going to be able to pinpoint those areas based on these icons. You can see this lake is loaded with it. Man, this looks like a fun lake to fish. I need to go to Tennessee and fish this lake for sure. Look at all the grass. There's grass everywhere you go. You can find little patches of grass all the way up, all the way back up here, all the way back up here to the, all the way, almost all the way up to here. So I guess in that first little area, where's the dam at? The dam's somewhere up in here. I think it's way up there. So there's the dam. You come down from the dam, there's not a ton of like grassy spots in here, that really stick out to me. As you go down though, you got to get a little bit further down. You got to kind of get past. Is that a lock in there or not? It looks like it's just a bridge. Bridge. You got to go down quite a ways. You go down this big turn. You finally hit it here. Brown's Ferry Tavern looks like it might have a little grass back of that pocket. You see it there, and then you don't see it again until you get way up here, but then you get into heavy grass going into there. So I won't spend too much time talking about the grass anymore. We've talked about it a lot, but hopefully you guys can see, if you're new to the lake or if you're going out to fish this lake for the first time, it'll give you kind of an idea of where you want to launch at. If you're launching up here, you're not really going to be doing a lot of grass fishing, but if you launch down here, you're probably going to be in the mess of it. So just good stuff to know. Let's go ahead and select everything. Let's take the offshore stuff off. I'm going to take off this side panel. And what we're going to do, oops, I forgot to take off the grass, didn't I? So I got to put that sidebar back on, take that grass off. And now we're going to look at it from this perspective. What we're going to do is we're just going to start. Let's go ahead and start up here. Start at the very top. Or this might be the back. I think this is the top. Looks like the water's flowing this way. But let's start up here, and then we're just going to work our way back. Now, the best image that I could find when the water was kind of the lowest, which it doesn't really fluctuate that much in these images, so it's kind of hard to tell. But 2013 was pretty much my best one. Let me see if I can get back here. 2012 might be the best one on this area. So this kind of brings back all the vegetation, lets us really see what's going on. So obviously you can see in here, we got heavy rock right in here, rock all in here. We've got structures here where they're tied up to, you could fish those tie-ups. You've got rock on the bank line here. And my apologies, I don't know what these things are called. They've told me before, but I always forget what they call, but I just call them structure or tie-ups. Rock here, it's where those big barges can basically hook up onto. All right, let's keep moving down. We've got more rock along this bank line. So this would be a pretty good bank line. Definitely you've got crazy current, lots of rock. If you could find any breaks in here, which maybe we'll be able to find some humps or something like that when we talk about the offshore, but got some really good stuff in here. Really strong current too. Rock, lots of rock, a couple laydowns that are back in there as well. We move on down, we've got a little boat ramp that's going on in here. We've got some more rock right in here as well. Some more riprap by the baseball fields. Coming on down here, we've got lots of rock, just riprap along this whole side. So, I mean, if you just wanted to go and get a shallow dive and crankbait, you could literally start way up there and just work your way all the way down, or start here and work your way all the way back up. You've got a lot of rock. Now on these, if I'm fishing these, I'm gonna be looking for more of the things that are a little bit more unique, like right here where it cuts in. There could be a little ditch in here too, possibly. I'm gonna come over here and more look for just interesting things, like right here, definitely, because the fish could set up right here as that current's coming through. So definitely fishing in here, fishing these little points. And I'm not talking about this side. We're gonna come back and touch that side later. But again, just look at these little indentions, fish around those areas. And then just, you know, you could literally just crank all of this riprap. There's miles of riprap for you to crank. Got some pretty good rock back in here as well, back behind this little boat dock. More riprap over here by the golf course, just tons of it. And then you got some pretty good rock that's out in here too. It's kind of buried in here, but definitely some good opportunities there in that area. I'm gonna zoom back and kind of show you guys where I'm at. I guess you can tell because I'm by the golf course. You can see I've worked my way down here. I'm gonna keep coming down. Man, that golf course looks awesome too. Right on the river too. All that riprap. I mean, you could riprap for years. Now, if you get tired of riprap and you want to be more specific, again, pay attention to those little indention spots, right? Those indentions that we went through there and this spot right in here, this could be a really good spot too. So definitely pay attention to anywhere you find those little breaks, or anywhere that they can set up on and hide from the current, and basically the current just come right over the top of them. Those are the areas you want to take a look at. So again, lots of rock right in here. You can see we've got it all marked for you guys. So it's going to make it really easy if you're out there fishing, tournament fishing, pre-fishing, whatever it is that you're doing. If you know that you're finding them on the rock, well, boom, I can tell you exactly where all the rock is on this lake, and we pointed it out for you. If they're on laydowns, we got a few of those, but I don't think they are going to be because there's not that many that we could find really. But I'm sure you've got lots of laydowns up here on these islands and stuff like that you could check out. We got some rock here, more ramp, some more laydowns. Again, interesting little spot back in here. It's kind of hidden back in here, maybe a little flooded out, but you know, fishing these little areas right in here could be productive. Got more of that structure here. We got more rock that's back under here. All these tie downs that we have there, all of them marked. Those can be pretty good. You know, those fish like to hang around that stuff. It just depends on if they're open or not. None of these are open. They're all full right now. But as we keep moving on down, we're gonna go down. Got some more laydowns, some more rock. A couple more laydowns here that we can look at along that bank line. Now we're gonna swing around and get down in here. This might be the easiest breakdown I've done because it's just a river, so I could just point out to you where this stuff is at. But lay down, more rocks. You got a little bit of a riprap going on below this cover of stuff too, so all kinds of rock going on here. Lots of rock right in here as well. Again, fishing around those little points, the little turns and stuff like that. Those are probably gonna be your more productive areas. Then we're gonna get over here. Now we're on the left side of Moccasin Bend. We're coming up. It gets pretty tight right in here. So you figure this is probably some sort of bluff wall or something. You've got rock here, very tight on this side. You can tell it's shallower on this side. So this is gonna be your deeper side. Got another golf course coming up here. Didn't see too much along that bank line. Maybe some laydowns and stuff, but really hard to tell with this image. Some pretty good rock right in here. Got a little boat ramp there too. Another couple laydowns that are back in here. As we get up here, more of those tie downs and structures, right? Rock, all that different structure to fish around. If that thing wasn't there, there's a good little point right there to fish around. Really good structure all in that area. Man-made structure. And then rock right in there too. And then I'm gonna make sure I don't get lost here because it looks like I got a little split that happens right here. So, and we'll leave the left side for the next video. How about that? So as we come up here at the right side, definitely laydowns on this side. And as you come over here, here's all your man-made structures, your rock, your riprap, all that good stuff. We've got it all marked for you guys. More laydowns that are back in here. Some more structure right in there, but I don't really see it. Oh. Now, I'm not sure what that is, but definitely something you should probably take a look at. So, especially with it being really close there by the break. All right, let's keep moving up. see what else we can find. We've got more laydowns over here, more laydowns and rock on this side, some more rock on this side as well. Got some more rock on this side, some riprap going on right in here, a little bit of rock right in there, but there's your little breaks again, right? Find those little areas we can find those breaks. I don't know what this bar is that says here, but I would definitely take a look and see if you can see some offshore stuff. Now we may have, when we go back and we look at the offshore stuff, we may actually find out that there's some kind of a bar underneath there, or some kind of sandbar or something like that that we can take a look at. But we'll look at it from an offshore standpoint once we get there. Let's keep moving up, see what else we can find. We've got more rocks, shallow rocks there, shallow rocks here, some laydowns. Again, some more little rocky areas. This little spot right in here looks kind of interesting. I would definitely take a look at that. I would look here off the back side of this point where that structure is, and I would also look at the front side of this thing. We didn't talk about it, but right there on the front, right here, I would look right in there as well. All right, so let's keep moving back up here, see what else we can find. We've got that structure, we've got all these rocks, structures, more laydown, more rocks, as you guys can see. We've got it all marked for you guys. We're gonna pull on down here. As we get a little bit further down here, another boat ramp that's in here, a couple little rocky areas you could take a look at. Kind of lost my image here. Let's see if I can scoot back. It's getting a little crazy here. You never know what you're going to get with Google Earth. But here you can see we do have some brush that's marked here. I think what we had to do is probably take a different angle to take a look at this. Oh, you can see it there. So there's some brush in the water there. There's some rock, just some interesting stuff. There's another ramp that's there that you could fish. And then over here, I don't know why my image is getting so jacked up. Could be hilly or something like that too, I guess. But we've also got quite a bit of rock and laydowns, some rock over there. I don't know if that's a boat, but if that is, that's a giant boat. More laydowns up here. As we move further up, let me see if I can get a better view on this thing, because this is terrible. It definitely is. It must just be really, really steep right in this area. But we've got lots of rock all in here. We've marked all those different rocky areas for you. The ramps that are there, the different rock spots. More rock in there, more ramp. There's some pretty good rock right in there too. Got a really good river coming down from the mountain right there, coming right into here. So you know this area right in here is going to be a hot spot for sure. So you'll want to take a look at that. Let's see if we can move this back. This thing's driving me crazy. We're going on top. We're going to do a different angle here. There we go. That's much better. All right, now what we can see. Now this is interesting. This is very interesting. Right in here, you got some current coming in. I don't know what this is right here. I don't know if that's a boat or not, but we're going to be taking a look at this from an offshore spot for sure, because right in here, I mean, that's probably one of the better areas that I've seen so far as we've been coming down that really stick out from an offshore standpoint. So let's keep moving over here. We've got more rock in here, another ramp, some more rock, ramps, shallow rock, right, just scattered throughout, rock. Some more rock right in there, good little point right in there. Some really good little rock right in here. These are like big boulders or something that are out there. And it looks like there could even be some current coming through here too, so these could be really good to fish around. Another ramp that's over there as well. Move down here, just a bunch of junk, but some rock and stuff. That looks like a glorious place. We've also got some rock right in here too. Now this one looks really nice. Executive Vacation Rentals, and right here you've got craziness going all around it. All right, some more rock right in here. We're over here by River Canyon Roads. If you're wondering where I'm at, it's called Suck Shoals is where I'm at right now. I'm probably about, what do you think? Maybe almost halfway down the lake. I don't know, this thing is so long. All right, let's keep going. We got more rock, more ramps, a little more rock there, some more rock in that area. And you just kind of see it's just scattered throughout, right? You got some more in there. Got some pretty good little spots going on right here in this little area. As we move down, we got more rock just in these spots, right? They're just scattered little rocky spots. All right, let's zoom back here because we're coming through Suck Shoals. Kind of looks like it sucks. It doesn't. I don't see anything from a Google Earth side that really gets me going, other than that one little spot where that river was coming in. We got some rocks in here too. Got some more laydowns and some ramps, some more rock right in here. You got a little bit of rock around this little seawall that's going on in here. Again, kind of the same thing down here, and you're going to see this consistent throughout the lakes, just these little spots where you have rocks and ramps. And we pretty much marked all of them for you. So let's zoom back here. We're coming down here. We're by the Ritchie Hollow Trail now. As we move down here, I think we're back into one now, right? Yep, we're back into one. So I'm going to stay on this side. We'll save the other side for later. Didn't see much coming down this side. Got a couple laydowns, some rocks right in there. Some more laydowns in here and some bigger rocks that you can take a look at. See how big, nice, chunky rocks those are right in there. Some more laydowns right there in that area too. A couple more right in there. We're going to keep moving down. Here we get into some more rocks. Right, shallow rocks right in there too. That looks really cool. Right there where that little stream comes in or something, you know, right there in that little spot. Probably ought to even mark that right there. Just put a rock right there, because that, you guys need to check that out. Anytime you get moving water coming in, you want to take a look at it. Nice little point there, a little rounded point with some rock on it, some more laydowns, some more rock right in here. You can see this looks like a pretty interesting little area. If we could get good imagery, that would be great. You know what, this whole time I've been sitting here with this sidebar on, didn't even realize it, so I'll take that back off. This will give us a little more room. We've got some more laydowns here, some more ramps. We're at Kelly's Bar now. So let's zoom back out, show you where Kelly's Bar is. This is where I'm at. I started way up here. I'm way down here now. And we're probably gonna see, we're at about 21 minutes. Let's see if we can finish this side of Nickajack as we go down, because it's some pretty simple stuff, right? It's just the rock and the ramps for the most part. We covered all the grassy stuff. So we're gonna keep moving down here. We got more rocks in here, a little more rocks in here. You know, and as we're talking about breaking this down, I think the offshore stuff's gonna be the key on this one, because obviously we just got a river channel, right? So we got to find those key spots, and a lot of those key spots are going to be on the offshore side, which we will talk about. But let's go through here, because these are going to be key too, especially in the springtime. But right here, you got a really good ditch that comes back here. So you can follow this little ditch. There's a lot of grass right in here too. If I move this up to 20, let's go 2018 now, you can see that here's that little ditch that comes through that grass. And then there's some rock right in here too. This looks pretty healthy right here in this area. We definitely take a look at it and see what you can find. All right, let's keep moving down. We got more laydowns, more rock, right? Shallow rock and riprap. Got a big channel that goes back there too. And again, when we're looking at that with the grasses up, then you can really tell where the channel is. But there's a clear little area in here, and this is cool. It says Browns Lake. I would come back in here and see if this water gets clear. Especially if you're out there and the water's murky out on the main channel, you know, scoot back in here and see if you can find a little bit of clear water back in here. You got good hydrilla back here. It looks like there's something pretty deep back in here with this Browns Lake. It just looks like a good area to go take a look at. All right, let's keep moving up. And we don't even have to, I guess we can leave it here at 2016, because most of the stuff we're seeing, actually we can't. We're gonna have to move it back. You can't even tell there's rock there, but let's keep moving up. This is that little ditch that's in here. This is interesting. It's all that grass. Look at all that hydrilla just gone crazy. All right, then we're gonna swing over here to Smith Hollow, and I'm gonna drop this back to 2012 again, so we can see the rocks and the ramps and stuff like that when that grass is not crazy. We got some ramps here, some more rocks right in here. You know, this spot right in here, it looks like we missed it, but I'd take a look right there and just see what that is. I'm not sure what that is, but it looks like something worthy of fishing around. You've also got a little creek that comes up here. Didn't really have much of a channel to take a look at, but fishing in and around where those creeks come in can always be good areas during certain parts of the time of the year as well. Got another good little ditch out here. Again, this is gonna be really grassy back in here. More rock. Then we're gonna move on down. We're in Limeclin, I guess, Hollow. I don't know if I said that right. The Narrows, more Hollow, that's where we're at. We're in that area. We've got more laydowns, a couple little rocky areas. We've got these ditches, right, from all this grass that's out here. Turn it back up to 2018. There we go. And now you can see we've got these ditches through these grass and getting in here in these little ditches could be cool. And also fishing up here around that rock too, right? Everybody might be fishing the grass and you might be able to find them on the rock. There's a little bit more man-made structure back here, little tie downs, some more rock that's back in there as well. Moving up here, we've got a little more rock around the shoreline. I'll move that back to 2012 again. Now you can see all the different rock that's up in here. Another good ramp here. We're down here by the Bennett Lake boat ramp in Bennett Hollow. We're getting close, boys. We're getting really close. We're almost done here on this side. A couple more laydowns. We're gonna zoom on down in this little area. This looks pretty cool. Got lots of man-made structure. Got a little bit of a bend going on, right? Got some rock, probably got some bluff walls somewhere along in this side or something like that. You know, right in here, this looks like where the river definitely turns into this area. So this can be a little hot area in the wintertime as well. Probably some good offshore stuff in here as well that we'll talk about. But lots of good stuff, ramps and rocks, all kinds of good stuff. Some more rocks and laydowns over here. You've got, we put rock out here, but I think these might be those. Oh, it is rock. There's rock way out there. You see that rock? Right there, right there. Those are the good stuff. Like that's the kind of stuff that I would be more interested in fishing than just going down the bank line. There's so much bank line here to fish. It'd be really hard to find the fish, but definitely, you know, there's going to be times when you need to do it. So that's why we broke this thing down that way. But man, this stuff out here just looks really, really good. I love it. Not sure what that barge is. I guess he's tied up right there, but he's got rock on both sides of him. That's kind of a scary little spot to be if you'd ask me. All right, let's keep moving down here. We got some more laydowns, some more rock down here by the Marion Memorial Bridge. I really like this point right here. This point right in here, right below the bridge, just looks like it could be absolute juice. So I would definitely take a look at that. It's probably going to be kind of loud in here. You got all the traffic and stuff, but I guarantee that's going to be a good little point. Another couple more ditches back here. You got a little fish attractor that's back here as well. You've got some riprap along the interstate if you want to go do some city fishing and really hear all the traffic. You got a good little boat ramp that's right there as well. Some good rock around this point. There's a fish attractor out here in the middle of nowhere back here, so I definitely take a look at that. This is that Marion County Park. Just different types of rock and riprap. You can see all the different rock. There's a nice little drain that's right there that you can take a look at. I don't think you can get back here, but we marked a laydown back there. We've got some more rock in here as well. In fact, I don't even know how the heck you get out. I guess you got to go all the way back out to here to get back out of here. But you come back in here, I-24 rest area, right there. That's pretty cool, right there on the lake. But definitely some rock right in there. Another fish attractor, some more rock in here. You got to find some laydowns in here somewhere. I mean, if the laydown thing's going on, these types of areas are going to be the areas you're going to find the laydowns. We've also got some more rock, another fish attractor. Now remember, this is a grassy area. And then we're going to get down here. And really what we're finding here on this red line is this is basically like a rock ridge. So there's a lot of stuff going on right in here, right where we have that red line at. So definitely take a look and do some scanning around where that's at, because there's all kinds of cover, rock cover, that's out here in the open. You've also got some fish attractors here, some more rock here, really good bluff wall right here on Gray's Bluff. That could be a really solid point as well. Some more laydowns here, good fish attractor out here as well. Some boat ramps with some more rocks. And then finally we get down here to the dam. You can see all the structure and the rock that's down by the dam. So that kind of finishes up for Lake Nickajack on that side. What we'll do is we'll come back on the next video and we'll start here at the dam. We'll work our way all the way back up to the top again. And then once we get that done, we'll come back with the third video, and we're actually going to go out using the Navionics mobile app, and we're going to talk about the offshore hotspots on this lake, which I think are going to be really, really key. So before we finish up, just want to say, hey, we've got all these waypoints out there for you where you can download them and put them on your graph. We'll include all the offshore hotspots plus everything we talked about today. Just go out to simplisticfishing.com, go out to the Tennessee lakes, and you'll see all the different lakes we have out there. I think we have about 10 out there so far, and we'll continue these breakdowns and hopefully get them all out there for you guys eventually. So until next time, guys, I'll be back talk about the rest of Nickajack on the next video, but I hope you catch your PB. Take it easy.